All right, so drill, baby, drill. Oil equals jobs. We need plenty of both. Let's throw it to the pen. I'm going to throw it right out to Leslie. I shortchanged you in the beginning of the segment, Leslie, but you heard the senator. We need the jobs. Lift the moratorium.
Well, first of all, I lived in the state of Texas, and since the 80s in the bust there, Eric, in Texas, they've been sending jobs overseas. So it's lovely to mention it and spotlight it now. And you know that's not just solely in the oil industry. Regarding lifting a moratorium of any kind and saying that it's an excuse, the BP oil spill, with all respect to the senator, obviously she's not looking at the huge ramifications of that spill.
Yeah, but
We're not
Leslie,
just talking about the lives lost in the environment and the pollution and toxicity to the food supply.
Are you disputing that more oil production would mean more US jobs for Americans?
Oh, I'm not disputing that, Eric. What I'm saying is, what price jobs? We need to create jobs, but at what price? At the price of safety of the workers?
I'm glad you said
at the price
Leslie.
Of safety of the environment?
Here's what the price. Here's the price. Peter, drill more oil, create a job. What happens to the price of gas and oil?
Well, it'll be lower than it might otherwise have been, but prices
will go down.
First of all, Eric, you know, the reason that oil prices dropped from $150 a barrel to $30 wasn't because we lifted that moratorium. We had a global financial crisis in 2008. The price of all commodities
This was 07, though. This was before.
But you mentioned
the price dropped in July of 2007, Peter.
Right, but it didn't go all the way down to 30.
It did.
That was because
January of 2008, it went to $33 a barrel. 6 months.
No, that was at the bottom of the global financial crisis when all the commodities were collapsing. But you know, yes, I was warning back then when they had the moratorium that this was going to be a big problem because it was going to help push oil prices even higher. Not only did it cost us jobs, but it makes us more dependent on foreign oil. It runs up our trade deficit. It increases our global economic imbalances. It puts more downward pressure on the dollar, which means more upward pressure on consumer prices, not just oil.
Don't drill. Just let's just sit down. Let's just pay the Saudi royal family hundreds of billions of dollars instead.
You're looking at it too simplistically. You're presuming the minute we say drill, oil prices go down. When you know
it happened. It was the same week.
When you know as well as anybody that oil prices are not simply reactive to one particular issue, like we drill, prices go down.
You know that
they are. You know that it's a global issue, and the prices are controlled globally by the Saudis and by those with whom we have to do business. You know better than that.
Everything is based on fear, fright, hysteria, and hype. And we were upset that guys like Alan would have to go to Long John Silver's on Friday, and their jumbo shrimps were from Bangladesh. We have to have all American jumbo shrimp. So you finally got it, and you eliminated all offshore deep-sea platform drilling in order to get your jumbo shrimp from your Chinese buffet.
The amount of money it costs this country to have a BP oil spill and the ramifications of that and the lack of control and lack of regulation that leads to that kind of a terrible tragedy. That's been ignored in all of this.
We send in excess.
BP was there because the government subsidized it.
That's why they were there. It's happened because of lack of regulation.
No, because it was an abundance of regulation. It was regulation.
We send somewhere around $600 billion, $700 billion overseas to Saudis and all the other producing OPEC countries. Wouldn't it make more sense to keep that money here and produce a job here, Leslie?
Well, of course, but we're talking about something temporary. Guys, if we're really going to say, look, we need to create jobs and we need money right away for the oil industry, well, heck, why have regulations at all? Who cares if a few people die? It's budgeted.
No, I didn't say no regulation. I said let them drill here. Create more jobs, bring oil out of the ground, make the price of gasoline go down. Win-win-win.
The one thing the senator did not tell us, as we know, is that there are permits being given out of Washington. They're just not being given in the volume and the time frame that Senator Hutchinson and others on the right would like, because they have a lot of oil money in their pockets to please, quite frankly.
Time frame. Anytime like the president, we're $3.04 a gallon. I say drill and let the price go down.
Her friend Hugo Chavez, right? It's like a platform every 5 feet off of the coast of Venezuela. Citgo oil. I'll never fill up with Citgo. And Lukoil, that Russian Putin, all the money goes to him. So where am I going to end up filling up for gas? Boy, it eliminates my possibilities, doesn't it? Exxon, right? Mobil,
Americans, yeah, that's right. So far, they do produce in other countries. All right, coming up next, a weekly favorite, On the Verge with Verge Bonero. We spend some time with the angriest mayor in